Comalatech presents the Ad Hoc Workflow plugin for Confluence. In this demo, you will see how easily you can facilitate collaboration, how multiple users participate, and how their questions, tasks, and comments are recorded, and save the workflow as a template for later use. Let's see how a company can use the Ad Hoc Workflow plugin to collaboratively create a quarterly report. The stakeholders are Erica, the CEO, Frank, the CFO, Pam in payroll, Sam in sales, and Rob, the auditor. They will divide the work, assign tasks, and then finally save the work pattern as a workflow template to reuse in the future. Erica starts with a template of the report. The CEO enables the workflow with two states, pending and completed. And she assigns the report to the CFO and adds a note asking for some detailed information. Then we get Frank, who's going to add two tasks to get the payroll numbers and the sales numbers. He assigns the payroll numbers to Pam in accounting, and he adds the second task to get the sales numbers to Sam, who is the salesperson. Pam then has a look at the activity stream and realizes what is going on, chooses to edit the report, and adds the numbers she is required to. Once she is done, she adds a note and marks the task as completed, and her task is removed. Now Sam comes in, and then he starts adding some numbers, but he has a question about timing. So he creates a question to Frank, the CFO. Every time a task is assigned, an email is sent to the assignee, which contains the latest activity. As well, the user's dashboard in Confluence shows assigned tasks and recently updated activity. Frank receives the question, comes back, and says OK, and responds. Then Sam goes again and updates the numbers based on the response he got from Frank, the CFO. He marks the task as completed, and it is removed from open tasks. After Frank, the CFO, reviews that all tasks are completed, he creates a new state, for review, and then creates an approval task for the auditor, who is Rob. He then assigns the task to Rob. Rob, the auditor, reviews the activity stream of the workflow. He rejects approving because the numbers should be on Q4 and not Q3. Frank, the CFO, reviews the activity stream and changes the state back to pending. The workflow engine will recall the tasks that were earlier defined for that state, which were payroll numbers and sales numbers. Frank completes the payroll numbers and reassigns the sales numbers task to Sam. Sam quickly reviews the activity stream, comes in, and modifies the numbers accordingly from the response he got. Frank, the CFO, changes the state and sends it back to Rob, the auditor. Then Rob takes it again, and this time he approves it. Frank, the CFO, changes the state of the workflow to completed and returns the quarterly report to the CEO. Now that the report is completed, Erica, the CEO, is going to use this process and create a template for future reports. After everything is done, Erica chooses to edit the workflow that was created on the fly. She adds a new state. She reorganizes some tasks. And then she saves it as a template so that it can be used in the future. So, 3 months later, when the Q4 report has to be created, all that she has to do is enable the workflow and select the quarterly report workflow that was created in the past and saved. And then she is set to build the next report based on the already defined workflow. For more information, check out the product description and features at adhocworkflows.com.